Good morning, everyone. Was that your baseball
that was my
reference?
baseball bat. It's probably gonna look like the screenshot of me like hitting your baseball bat, but I did not. I was actually just like practicing like
that took a weird turn.
Well, like the screenshots that these Facebook Lives always turn out. It's probably gonna look like I was like. Anyways, I was swinging a baseball bat. That's what I was trying to do. It's opener.
Yeah, it's the MLB opener today.
Yeah.
Twins play in Kansas City.
They do. Yeah, they do.
We're gonna talk about that in a little bit, but I like your jersey. You got the Correa. He's back.
He's back.
After like what, 3 teams?
Jumping to the Mets, Giants, Mets, and then both of them he failed because his ankle is supposedly broken.
Well,
now he's on the Twins.
Here we go. Hope we win.
Yep.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Happy first day of MLB season.
Yeah.
Like I said, we'll get to that in a minute. Thank you for joining us for this Facebook Live. Of course, you can watch it anytime on your feed throughout the day. We're also on the InForum YouTube channel, and we make this into a podcast, which will sound very strange when we just talk about, what you look like at the beginning of this. So go to inforum.com/podcast and look for the InForum Minute. All right. To weather today. Talking about snow once again.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it's the opener, at least here.
Yeah,
for
not
baseball
weather.
I know you guys will probably mention that later, maybe possibly, but like other areas, smaller schools around here, like high schools, are clearing their baseball fields with snow blowers and whatnot.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy, and yeah, this is the snowiest March in history for Grand Forks, the 3rd snowiest in history for Fargo. Yeah, and of course it makes everyone panic, but in March we usually get rain. I don't know the exact percentage, but it's pretty common to get rain in March, especially at the end of March once we warm up to 40 or 50 degrees, which we usually do once or twice a March, but not this year. We haven't hit 40. Our current monthly high is 37 degrees.
Yeah.
Of course, today is day 141 of that streak, so we'll continue to ride that out until the weekend, but it's just getting old, It's snow, a lot of snow. And we're not close to the yearly record yet. The yearly record in Fargo is 117 inches of snow. We have picked up 58.9 inches, so just about exactly half.
Could be a lot worse then.
It could be much worse. 96, 97, that's a record. It's going to be tough to ever break that one if we ever do.
Hopefully we don't.
Yeah, we are tracking more snow though tonight into tomorrow, mainly down to the south of Fargo, but a stretch from probably about Aberdeen, Sisseton, up towards about Douglas County, up to about Wadena. There's going to be a very sharp cutoff, but some spots could pick up 8 to 12 inches of snow. But that cutoff from 8 to 12 inches to 1 to 2 inches is probably going to be 20, 30 miles. It's going to be a very sharp cutoff, and depending on where that cutoff is going to dictate, of course, who sees the most snow, who sees the least amount of snow. Expecting a few flurries for most of us, mainly south of Highway 2 tonight. Not really accumulating to a whole lot, but it could cause slick spots tomorrow. I mean, we saw this on Wednesday. We got that quick burst of 2 inches of snow, and that was right during the morning commute. Could always make things a little bit messy. So after that, windy on Friday as the system moves away from us, so any snow we do pick up will blow around. It's just going to be not a nice day. North breeze 20 to 30 miles an hour, gusting probably up to 35, 40, and the weekend doesn't look too bad. Sunny on Saturday, and then mostly sunny on Sunday. High temperature of 38, that's our forecast, but I would not be surprised if that's the day that our 40-degree streak ends. We might kiss 40.
All right.
Just a brief touch of 40. We'll see. 38 degrees is our current forecast, but that'll be the 2nd day of April.
Most
March
people say we're
2nd.
flirting with 40, and you're like, we're going to kiss 40.
We might.
Forget flirting. Yeah, we're going right to the kiss.
Yeah.
Pucker up. 40's on the way.
We might, so we'll have to see, but
one day.
It's going to be close. If we don't break it on Sunday, that streak, it's going to continue into next week. We're watching another chance of snow Tuesday, Wednesday that we are watching very closely.
We'll continue to
update. Well, I could say tomorrow's going to be sunny and 70.
That'd be nice.
But
Not
you'd be
here.
a liar.
Yeah, just not here. Just not here. That's somewhere else.
Live for me.
All right, thank you, Dylan.
Yeah. Thank you.
All right, we're tracking breaking news this morning. We broke this on First News for you. Another train derailment. Early this morning, a train derailed in Raymond, Minnesota. That's a town about 10 miles southwest of Wilmer. People there have actually been told to evacuate. Let's see, how many cars went off the tracks? Several. Do we have the exact number of how many went off the track? We're getting our details from the Candy Yohai Sheriff's Office. Several BNSF trail cars went off the tracks. They were carrying an ethanol type fuel that started on fire. So that's when evacuation started. And of course, we also had a live look this morning. It was still burning. So quite the mess. That town has about 800 people. They're telling everyone to leave. They're setting up shelters for people to go to. But this is a story we're going to continue tracking for you throughout the day.
All right, today Minnesota Governor Tim Walz will be joined by some of his staff and former Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords to call for gun reform. This, of course, all comes after the tragedy in Nashville. Walz will be holding a news conference this afternoon to show support for gun safety legislation. Lawmakers across the country are calling for stricter gun laws after what happened in Tennessee. Shooting killed 6 people earlier this week.
Also, right now, Minnesota is moving forward with some new gun laws that is already being discussed in the legislature. Lawmakers are advancing a few bills through the state House and Senate committees, 2 bills in particular gaining the most momentum. One that would create universal background checks for firearm sales, and another called the Red Flag Bill. You've maybe heard of that. The red flag would temporarily remove guns from people deemed a threat to themselves or to others through a process where family or law enforcement could submit a petition, and that could temporarily ban that person from, getting their hands on a gun at all.
All right, today a Sanford Clinic in Thief River Falls is hosting an active shooter training in its emergency room along with other first responders. They cannot shut down the ER, of course, though, so the drill will be happening while it stays open. It's at the Sanford Clinic that's on Highway 32 there in Thief River Falls. Starts at 5 o'clock this evening. Participants will be acting out different roles such as the perpetrator, victims, patients. The drill is going to include simulated gunfire, so it's possible you could hear that, so just be aware that's what's going on. Each year, the clinic does have several practice drills to ensure the facility is prepared to respond in case of a real-life emergency.
Today, around 90 Amtrak passengers are expected to head out, but on a different train than they started on. That's because theirs broke down, leaving them stranded. An Amtrak spokesman says the Empire Builder train experienced a mechanical problem around 7 yesterday morning in the Devil's Lake area. The train was traveling from Chicago to Seattle. Most of the passengers stayed at the Spirit Lake Casino, and they were given meal vouchers. Amtrak actually used vans to bring people who were close to their destination to their destinations, but the remaining riders will be put on a new train today.
All right, there is going to be an informational meeting tonight on flood preparations in Harwood. It starts at 7 o'clock in the community center. It's supposed to be about an hour long. It's going to be ran by Cass County. It's going to include a short presentation. Then there's going to be some time for questions. And then if you can't make it to the meeting, don't worry. There's going to be a chance for you to get all that information online. You can go to casscountynd.gov/flood. Okay.
We're also tracking breaking news out of Kentucky for you this morning. You're going to hear a lot about this throughout the day. Several U.S. service members are dead, and an investigation is underway right now. 2 Black Hawk helicopters crashed. The area where it happened is just north of the Kentucky-Tennessee state line. It's confirmed on Twitter that there are several casualties, but we do not have the exact number just yet. We do know that no people on the ground were hurt.
All right, Pope Francis is in a hospital right now in Italy, and he's expected to be there for several more days. We got video of that hospital. The Pope is there. They didn't show us him in the hospital, but the hospital that he's at. He's being treated for a respiratory infection. The 86-year-old complained of some trouble breathing in the recent days. Now, that's especially concerning for him because he actually had part of one of his lungs removed as a young man. That was also due to a completely separate infection. But, of course, next week is Holy Week, which is usually a very busy time for the Pope.
Okay, we already talked about this, but today's a big day. Dom Izzo on Hot Mic's going to be talking about baseball today. You can catch Hot Mic from 9 to 11 on WDAY Extra and InForum.com. Today is the start of another Major League Baseball season. The Twins will be playing in Kansas City today. First pitch for their game against the Royals this afternoon. And Pablo Lopez will be pitching for Minnesota. The Twins won't be playing a home game until a week from today on April 6th.
Hopefully there's no snow for that home.
Right, I know. I was in the cities last week and they didn't have as much snow as we do, but
still
there's more snow in the forecast, so who knows what it will be like then.
Hopefully the Twins get the W on opening day. Of course, like you said, Dom's going to talk about that on Hot Mic this morning. It's on WDIY Extra, Inform.com from 9 to 11 this morning. Also, don't forget you can get a good deal right now for 99 cents a month for your first 3 months. You can get a subscription to Inform.com. You can get all sorts of good content there. Just go to Inform.com/subscribe to get that deal.
Have a great day, everyone.
Bye.